Kayak fishing the Florida Keys has always been on my bucket list. From the infamous bridges to the endless grass flats that surround these islands, it truly is a fisherman's paradise. And yeah, the fishing is insane.
Got him! There he is! There's a bigger fish. There he is! Big fish! Big fish! There he is! Oh, baby! That's a giant, bro!
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Summertime Outdoors. And this week's video is a super special one because it is featuring my first ever trip down to the Florida Keys. And man, was it as epic as everyone explains it to be. And we did it all from the kayak. We did flats fishing, where we found some of the most world-renowned flat species of fish that you guys seen me catch before. And also we did bridge fishing, which I do not do often, but in this case, it's always been on my bucket list to fish this specific bridge, which you'll see in the rest of the video, but I don't want to yap too long. Let's go to the Florida Keys and slay some fish. Well, we are finally in the beautiful Florida Keys, and I'm out here with my grandmom today, and we're going to be doing some flats fishing. This is going to be the first option. There's so many different things to do down here, but I wanted to try flats fishing first for, I don't know, bonefish, tarpon, permit. I don't know if any of that will happen. I've never fished this area or have gotten any intel on this area before, but it looks very good. And we have a bit of a late start today because I forgot all of my camera equipment back at the place we're staying, so we had to drive 45 minutes back to grab that. But we are finally out on the water today, and we're going to search these flats and see what we can find. So let's go. Got a bunch of little tarpon rolling right in front of me. I have a 4-inch paddle tail. There's one right in front of me though. Oh, we missed it. Got him! Tarpon on. Oh! Oh, smoked the paddle tail. We found some tarpon. Oh man, that was awesome. They're everywhere. He smoked the freaking 4-inch mulligan. That was awesome. I love it here. I love it here. That's the first fish for me for the Florida Keys. And there it goes. Tarpon! You see them? There's tarpon rolling all around ya. I need to get my grandma a tarpon. That was freaking epic. All right, we gotta get situated. We have tarpon everywhere on this flat. Just rolling all down the shoreline, guys. We found them. We can sight fish them. It's clear water, and they'll eat. All right, I'm rigging up a Salt Strong jerk shad to sight fish some tarpon out on this flat. Just gonna rig it weedless just like so. And there's a bunch of tarpon rolling up in front of me here.
He tried it. Got him. Oh, that was sick. There's so many just rolling up on this flat. And they're all eating. We're just sight casting them. They're in like less than a foot of water. This is so awesome. All right, come here. All right, y'all, well that is the first fish of my Florida Keys trip. Beautiful juvenile tarpon, sight fishing them on these flat right here. It does not get much better than this, man, but we're gonna get a release on this fish and hopefully go catch some more. Alright, y'all, well, that is going to conclude day one, and although that was an absolute butt whooping, I learned a ton today, and I do think we would have killed it with the juvenile tarpon early this morning if I wouldn't have left all my camera stuff at home. So hopefully that never happens again. And we were just rigging up the rods inside. We have stuff ready for flats for bonefish and tarpon, and passes and tarpon. I still have those crabs that I drove down with me, so we'll have those tomorrow morning if we see any big tarpon and things like that. And we also will be hitting some bridges for hopefully some grouper and snapper, and we also have the chance to go offshore, not totally offshore, but off into the ocean and fish a drop-off on the reefs for snapper and grouper as well. But I'm gonna hit the hay because I was on the water all day and I am exhausted. But hopefully tomorrow brings better catches and more learning. Brand new water again tomorrow. We're going to be hitting totally new spots, and hopefully that's the ticket to slaying some big tarpon. I could care less what I catch at this point. I just want to get tight on some fish, so let's get it. All right, y'all, well, this is the beautiful 7 Mile Bridge, and I did go over to some flats and some passes to the south. I did not really see what I wanted, and when I first got out there was a few tarpon rolling around the bridge, and the fish blew up right on the piling. I should have just listened to my gut, but we're back on the bridge now, so I'm gonna go all in on it. I'm just gonna fish it as far out as possible and hope that I can find something. It's always been on my bucket list to fish this place, so we have calm conditions all day and we have all day to do it, so that's the plan. So hopefully we can get tight. Let's go. There's a ton of like this sargassum, whatever, grass in the water, so I'm gonna put on a Hoss Weedless football jig head. That way I can rig my swim bait weedless, get it down to the bottom, and fish it up top too, but it'll have that weedless hook on there to rig up, so that's what we're gonna do. Haven't had much action yet. We're just kind of getting out to the deeper water out here
where I think there'll be some fish. But the plan is kind of to just pedal out, fish with a swim bait, and just kind of cast through the pilings. If we see tarpon rolling, we'll drift the crab back, and some deeper parts I think will hold tarpon, and that's kind of the plan. I really have no clue what I'm doing out here, so it's all new, but that's fun. So hopefully we can catch some today. Hopefully jig up some, maybe some grouper and snapper off some of the pilings as well. But bridge fishing and jigging and all that stuff's not really my forte, but we're gonna give it our all today. Fish on. I don't know what this is, but it feels good. Oh, a shark was on it. Oh my gosh. I just hooked into something big and a shark just absolutely murked it. Oh crap. Oh man, well, we hooked our first fish of the day, and a giant bull shark murked whatever it was. It was a big fish, felt like a jack or something like that, but that is not a great sign for me in the kayak. Yeah, I don't know how many sharks are out here or what, but I guess we'll find out. Got him. Is that a yellow jack? Oh, there's a bunch with it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, we caught a yellow jack. Woo! Bucket list species. Crossed off the list. And there's a big school with him. And that is an absolute beauty. Yes, and it didn't get eaten by a shark. There's a big school of them. And they're blowing up on all the pilings too. And it smoked the swim bait. I was just jigging it down low. And look, they're all blowing up on bait on top. Right next to me right now. This is what I've been looking for, guys. This is it. It's that Salt Strong Slam Shady Bomber 5-incher on the Weedless Jighead. Just jigging it on the bottom, and it got smoked. Don't really know much about yellow jacks, but I don't know if they're good eating or not. I don't really have anything to keep fish today anyway, but pretty dang awesome. That just made my trip, honestly. That was one of the species that, like, I can't really target where I'm at in Florida, up on the Treasure Coast, so that just made my day. It's a brand new species I've never caught ever. So, pretty awesome stuff, man. There he is. There's a bigger fish. This fish is big. I don't know what it is, but we got something big, guys.
We're going for a sleigh ride. I don't know what this is. Woo! It might have a shark on it. It's going nuts. We're getting towed around like a Girl Scout right now. What do we got? Thing smoked the swim bait on the drop and then took off like a bat out of hell. Please stay pinned. Alright guys, my head cam just died, but I hooked into a pretty big fish. I don't know what it is yet. Might be a big jack or I don't know what it is yet. Just jigging the swim bait on these pilings. Had yellow jacks blowing up, and sure enough, a few casts later we hook up to something real big. I don't know what this is. I think it's a big yellow jack. If it's a yellow jack, it's really big. Now it's a big jack for ball. I do not stick in my hands in this water. Oh, baby. Oh, that's a giant, bro. Let's go. Oh, big Jack Crevalle off the 7 Mile. Oh, on that 5-inch bomber by Salt Strong. Woo! Look at that sucker, baby. On the swim bait. Absolutely awesome. That's a big jack, man. They grow them different down here in the Keys, baby. Now, I'm used to these from home up in the Treasure Coast, but that's probably a 20-pounder right there. And we're gonna send her back. Oh, yeah. Woo! A giant jack on that paddle tail. Well, we are on the fish now. That was awesome. Was jigging that swim bait just on the backside of the piling, and it got smoked, and that thing took off, and I was like, what is this? And I thought it was either, you know, a nice juvenile Goliath, but I didn't think it was going to take that many runs like that. And usually the grouper and snapper will run back into the piling. That one just took off like crazy. So we have found some fish on the bridge. We're about, I don't know, 2 miles out here, and we're gonna keep on fishing because we found the fish. We got a yellow jack and a big Jack Crevalle. So far so good. And this is just how I dreamed of it when growing up. You see a bunch of people fishing, you know, tarpon in these passes and people fishing along this bridge, and it's just a legendary fishery down here, and I am truly blessed to be able to fish it, and that's all thanks to you guys, really. So we're gonna keep fishing, hopefully catching more fish of that stature, because that was epic. But we got to retie here and hopefully smoke another fish like that. Let's go. Well, we're retied, same swim bait as before. Didn't even have to grab another plastic, and we're back to fishing. Now I will say, oh, there's a fish. Mangrove, nice little mangrove. Catching that species number 3 of the day. That one like hit it as soon as it was dropping. But I was saying, if you guys are gonna come out here and fish, just make sure you're paying attention to, what's that pretty little fish? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's probably a keeper, but pretty little snapper. But I will say, if you guys are gonna come out here and fish, just make sure you're paying attention to
the tides, the coefficient of the tides, the wind and everything. We have, you know, no wind out here today. The slower tide, end of the outgoing. And I would just, you know, if you're gonna come down here, just make sure you're paying attention to all that stuff, because it can get super sketchy fishing out here. And I know this current can get really bad, and there are big sharks out here. So if you're gonna come out here, just be safe. Make sure you're checking, you know, all of the things you need to check to be safe. Come out here, always wear your life jacket, things of that nature. I just wanted to make sure I state that in the video, because it's a awesome place to fish, but it also is something you need to be aware of, that, you know, aware of the conditions that you're gonna go fish. And that goes with really anywhere you go. But a little snapper, a jack, I mean, these pilings are holding some fish. It'd be cool to catch like a big mutton or a really big mangrove out here. Fish one. Nice mutton snapper. Yes, another species. Just jig this one up off the bottom, and that's beautiful right there. Smoked it. There might be a school of them down there. Oh buddy. But let's see if there's a couple more of those. All right guys, so I'm switching over to the power prawn here, and the reason I'm doing that is just because there's so many weeds that it's hard to make those casts up top with a swim bait now. So it's more of just trying to get it down to the bottom and jigging, and this will still keep it weedless because I don't want to get hung up on all these pilings either. So that'll help with that, and also just not getting weeds on it on the way down. But I'm hoping these weeds end, because it's super annoying to fish. And if I do see tarpon, like drifting crabs and stuff is gonna be super challenging as well. We just hooked into something really big, guys. Jigging on that bottom on the power prawn. I can't stop this fish. Might be a grouper because it's going right back towards the piling. I think it might be in the structure. Oh, he's out, he's out. Oh, he got off, no. That was definitely a nice grouper or something. Oh no. He frayed me off in the structure. I was jigging that power prawn on the bottom and got ate by something big. I'm assuming it was a grouper, probably a Goliath juvenile, because it ran right into the piling and really just worked me really bad. But I'm gonna get back down there, see if we can do that again. What the hell is that thing doing? What is this fish doing? Look at this thing. Is that a puffer fish? Look at this fish right here, guys. What the hell's wrong with this thing? Is it decapitated? What is that? I don't know what the hell that thing is. What is that, guys? Anyone in the comments can identify what this thing is? It was just flopping on top of the water. I just netted it. I have no idea what it is or what the heck it was just doing. What the hell? I guess I'll just let it go, but I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Look at it.
dying? I have no idea. I think it's dying. I don't know. But if you know what that is, I'm kind of curious as to what fish that is. So if you know, comment down below. It was just like jumping its, I don't even know what it was doing, but let's get back to fishing. There he is. Ooh. Nice mutton. Nice mutton snapper. Oh yeah, baby. That's a nice mutton right there. They're so pretty. Look at that thing, guys. Such a pretty fish. Bye, buddy. Back to the depths. He or she goes, or non-binary, whatever it prefers. Just jigging this power prawn on these pilings out here, catching really whatever. We just hooked a big grouper or something, and then that's the second nice mangrove of the day, or a mutton snapper of the day. And third, I think we were at 5 species for the day so far. So just super cool stuff. This is why, like, you come down to these bridges, you just never know what you're gonna jig up out of them. And I think that's like the lure for coming down here. It's just like you never know what you're gonna catch, and that's definitely what's happening today, keeping me on my toes. And we'll just keep on jigging them up and see if we can't catch some more fish like that. That one might have been tinkering with the keeper there, probably a little under, but I don't have anything to keep fish today anyway, so oh well. But we'll see if there's a school of mutton sitting on this piling we just caught that one off of. There he is. Big fish. Big fish. That's not good. That's not good. We're still on, but it's running into the structure here, and I can't stop it at all. Just trying to let it wear itself out for right now. Feels like a grouper. Oh my God, Lee. Got me down to my backing, and I lost all my line. That is not good. I was not paying attention. I'm an idiot. Holy crap. I have a couple options here. I can take the line off of that big rod, or I can use a smaller setup and most likely just get cooked. And I'm already getting cooked on this. And it just like dumped my whole spool. Like the whole spool just got dumped. I mean, granted, I didn't have it fully spooled, but damn. Alright, so we gotta steal line off of this reel and put it on this rod because I got almost spooled. Like an idiot. If you're watching this right now and you're like, man, this guy is like pretty special and has a bit of the tism, that is probably because I do have something seriously wrong with me, as you can probably already tell. But this is the best idea that I have. And now if we find a big tarpon and hook one on that, we might get spooled. But at least we have a full spool of line on this now. Well, we are back at it, ready to go. I can't believe I did that. Actually, I can believe I did that. It was time this rod got some new braid anyway. Oh. Woo! I thought he came off. He might have a shark on him. He's going nuts. Oh man, this never gets old. Another good one. Smoked it. Whoa. Oh, another nice one. They're just everywhere out here today. Can't even get down to the snapper and grouper with these guys around, but I don't mind. All right, ready to go back out. All right, well, we just got cut off by, I don't know what. So I'm gonna rig up a little 3-inch NLBN paddle tail and jig this with a smaller setup and see if I can't get some more mangroves, muttons, things like that. I've caught them on the big stuff, but I think maybe a smaller presentation we might get more bites as we work these pilings. Just that little thing right there. Got him. Good fish, feels like. Oh, another juvie Goliath. Let's go. Smoked it. On the nib, bro. Let's go. All right, well, there's a grouper catch on film. This is the second one I've caught today. Their patterns, dude, are so insane. Oh, God. But their patterns are so insane. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Just crazy looking fish, man. That is so awesome. And they'll swim straight back to the bottom. And I switched to a little bit of a smaller presentation to target more grouper and snapper. I think I'll get more bites. The power prawn definitely yielded me bigger fish, but I wanted to switch it up and just see how a smaller, little heavier jig head presentation. I also ran out of the weedless jig heads. I got broke off so many times by big fish, so I'm thinking now that I've caught a few juvenile Goliaths that those 2 fish that broke me off were probably Goliath grouper in the, you know, 20 to 30 pound range maybe, but they could have been big jacks too. I don't know. What do you guys think they were? I know that was a while ago in the video. Just comment below what you all think was breaking me off, and we'll go from there. But we're still catching fish, so we're gonna keep on jigging the pilings, baby. Something just blew up. Got something. Oh, yellowtail, another snapper species. Now these are pretty, and they're delicious too. I want to give you guys a look at how pretty these fish are. Now that is a pretty fish right there. You. Awesome. Yellow snapper, mangrove snapper, mutton snapper, red grouper, Goliath grouper. Woo! All right, y'all. Well, we are about, I don't know, about a mile from where we launched this morning. And we went 4 miles out and now 4 miles back. So 8 miles in the current. My legs are cooked. But awesome stuff. You never know what you're gonna catch out here. And I have no idea how I'm formatting these videos, so I don't know if this 7 mile bridge video will be just in a day in itself, or there'll be other things on it or after this. But man, just what an epic experience, and I really just am speechless. I mean, it's just an amazing place. It's so different from anywhere else in Florida that I've fished, and I don't really fish bridges and heavy current very much. You know, I'm more of a backcountry. You know, I fish the open bay and stuff for redfish, striper, and things like that, but this is a whole nother ball game down here, and it's a lot of jigging, and you never know what you're going to pull up off these bridges, and it's just super cool when you never know what's going to come up next. And then you have the beautiful water, the beautiful flats, the scenery down here. It's all just really amazing, and I'll definitely be back. And we still got 1 more day of fishing, so we will either see you tomorrow or we'll see you in the next video on wherever else we're gonna fish. But I think we're gonna hit some passes this afternoon for some tarpon just from the bank as it gets closer to dusk. And then tomorrow we're gonna just fish the northern keys and then get out of here. But man, what an awesome day, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And yeah, we'll either see you tomorrow or in the next one. Got him. There he is. There's a bigger fish. There he is. Big fish. Big fish. There he is. Ooh. Oh, baby. That's a giant, bro.